Hey guys, it's Mike from Fieldcraft Survival. I'm out here at High Country Cruisers in Pagosa Springs, Colorado. I'm out here with Sean and Justin. These guys are the guys that work on our rigs all the time. We actually advertised their coffee and rigs. They actually have a cool thing where everybody comes here, they bring their rigs. We drink a lot of coffee and eat a lot of donuts all day, which is 9 to 1 is today's thing. It's April 14th. And so the next one of these, we hope to see you guys out here. But I wanted to put these guys on video because they're behind the scenes on all of our builds, the SEMA builds, all the stuff that we really do in off-roading. If it wasn't for these guys, we'd be laying in parts at the bottom of a ravine somewhere off-road. So guys, thanks for having us out here today.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I wanted to get some background on you guys. Well, how did you guys start High Country Cruisers?
Well, you know, we've been working on cars most of our lives. I come from hot rods, muscle cars, and restoration, making things look pretty. Justin comes from rock crawling, building things, rolling them down a hill, flip them over, and keep going. So together, we build things that are very pretty and functional.
Nice. You know what's crazy is when me and Kurt were looking to source a Toyota mechanic, we kind of were scouting around, and we never even realized that these guys restore Land Cruisers from the ground up. They're not just mechanics who tool on vehicles. They're actually, very skilled mechanics that restore vehicles from the ground up. Every single nut and bolt on these vehicles, and some of them that you can see around the shop. This is a 1969 Land Cruiser.
Correct.
What's the specs on this build?
It's got a Ramjet 350, NV 4500, 5-speed manual. Basically, it's a modern drivetrain in a cool older body.
Yeah. And you guys currently have, how many builds do you guys have going, like their full resto mods?
Currently, resto mods, where we've got 4 in the shop, and then we have 2 in our storage waiting to be brought up to the shop once a few of these cycle out.
So you guys really specialize in the restoration ground up, right?
Yes.
Yeah, resto mod is what we've kind of been specializing in from the beginning, but we want to move towards more overlanding, off-road, accessory, things like, like your truck or Kurt's truck, things of that nature. We want these to be kind of our heart and soul and still be here, but we want to also spread out and get a little bit more, public support when it comes to the accessory market.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to be both, especially in the overland. I know a lot of guys in these in the smaller businesses that do resto mods. That's their sole focus. And so you guys started out doing that, and now you guys are diversifying a little bit by working on off-road rigs and overland rigs, right?
Correct. But one of the things we found in this area is that there's not a lot of community for the overlanding or off-road groups, and we want to help build that community at the same time as building the cool trucks. So we get trucks like these or yours in here. We're building cool trucks. We're also building relationships that we can expand upon and go out and actually have fun in the mountains together.
Yeah, and we're in the heart and soul of overland, period. So that's a good a starting point to bridge the gap, because I know you told me once that guys were coming out here bringing the rigs, dropping it off, and then you got here in Pagosa Springs, some of the best hot springs in the United States. And they come here, they get their day spa session, they come back, pick up the rig, and they roll out, right?
Exactly, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I know, Justin, you got some background in overlanding and off-road rock crawling, right?
Rock crawling, yeah. So my history was in rock crawling. I did a lot of hardcore stuff. Try to go out and break your trucks, or see an obstacle. It's like, oh, nobody can do that. Yeah, well, let's give it a shot. And we've kind of slowly progressed out of that world and into more overlanding, even though that term is hated among the off-road community. Is because out here there's less hardcore obstacles and more general trails and scenery that you want to see.
Yeah. And
you go out and one day off road in a rock crawler is all you really can do. Whereas in a Land Cruiser or a Tacoma or a 4Runner that's overland set up, you can go out for a week.
Yeah.
And enjoy the mountains and the peace.
Well, that's really cool. And for everyday mobility, it's a perfect transition into this, because we teach off-road, but we teach overland. And the perspective that, hey, if you're overlanding and moving over land, you might run into obstacles. You got to be prepared no matter what. How can people get a hold of you or get in touch with you guys on social media, on your website?
Instagram is where we put most of our feed. We also have Facebook. Soon we will have a website set up. But right now, Instagram and Facebook.
And they can DM you at High Country Cruisers?
We respond almost instantly. He handles Facebook for the most part. I handle Instagram, and we're usually right on it. It goes to our personal phones all day long.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks, guys, for having me out.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Yep.